today we're going to check out an explanation of the goalkeeper set position. I love videos like this because the goalkeeper set position is such an interesting topic that I don't feel enough goalkeeper coaches pay enough attention to and also explain well. So let's hear what this creator has to say.
Oh, come on, Michael. So your hands are starting too low. I need your hands to start a little higher so that it's quicker for your hands to go up in a W shape.
Okay, so that's a good point. Like I talk about with my goalkeepers all the time, I like the hands to be a little bit more neutral, right? And whether some goalkeepers like to have their hands a little bit higher, some goalkeepers like to have their hands a little bit lower. I like for them to be a little bit neutral, so we can't shoot down equally as fast as we can shoot up. Now, the one thing that a lot of goalkeeper coaches leave out and don't pay enough attention to is how your goalkeeper set position changes depending on the distance of the strike, depending on where the ball is, right? We don't get set from 5 yards away or 10 yards away the same as we do from 25 yards away. But let's hear more.
The key thing here is to make sure that your set position, feet shoulder width apart, knees bent a little bit over your toes, leaning on your toes, chest forward, shoulders rolled forward, hands stomach height, and they're not going to be like this. They're not going to be down low. They're not going to be here. Because what happens if the ball goes down? It takes too long for your hands to get low. If your hands are too low, it's too long for your hands to get high. So sort of center where your hands can come this way or this way.
So all great points. One thing I don't think coaches hammer in enough is hand shape as well when we're getting set. Right? Because a lot of times we're seeing balls, strikes that come really fast. And so if our hands are in a shape that isn't really good or conducive for catching the ball, then while the fast ball is traveling at you, now you've also got to think about how do I get my hands in a shape to catch the ball. And that's where we see a lot of drops. And so I like to work with goalkeepers on what their hand shape looks like, so they simply just have to focus on lifting their hands up and catching the ball as opposed to also turning their hands into the shape.
Good. Good.
So overall, pretty good explanation. My biggest thing is when we talk about the set position, we also have to talk with our goalkeepers about how your set position changes depending on where the ball is, right? Sometimes it makes sense to have your hands lower because as the ball gets closer to the goal, it makes it more difficult for players to be able to strike a ball into that roof of the net, into the higher portion of the net. So a majority of the strikes you're going to see are going to be lower. So if you can make yourself a little bit more compact and get your hands a little bit lower, they're going to be able to get down lower quicker, right? Whereas if the shot's coming from 25 yards out, that's where we're a little bit higher up. Our hands are a little bit more neutral because a strike from 25 yards could go